Trade talks can now finally happen after a month into the season, and things are starting to heat up overall. But let's begin with John Collins. Ever since the Atlanta Hawks gave him a contract extension back in 2021, it seemed like they almost instantly regret it, as he has constantly been in trade rumors, and it continues once again. Now, last year he signed a 5-year, $125 million deal, and the team believes he's now living up to that expectation, especially since the Hawks, they're still struggling even with the trade for DeJounte Murray, giving Trae Young an extension. So one of those guys is going to be on the way out, and it seems like it's John Collins, as he's receiving interest from teams like the Washington Wizards, the Utah Jazz, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Dallas Mavericks. Now let's begin with Brooklyn. They want to trade away Joe Harris to Atlanta, and the Hawks, they're not interested in taking on his contract. So because of that, it's looking like it's going to be a dead deal. Meanwhile, Dallas has shown interest in order to help space out and complement Luka Doncic, possibly bring him in as a stretch 5, while also adding more stability within the front court. Now, as for the Wizards, Atlanta does like to bring in Kyle Kuzma. It seems like he doesn't want to be in DC no more. He wants to go to a big market and make up to $20 million, as he's due for an extension at some point. But so far, there hasn't been much traction, and no other team wants to deal with John Collins' contract. And speaking of other teams, the Los Angeles Lakers, they're showing interest in bringing in more players to the roster, including Bojan Bogdanovic from the Detroit Pistons. Apparently, they have offered a protected first-round pick along with some salaries in order to bring in a sharpshooter like Bogdanovic, as apparently the Lakers, they are prioritizing shooting in order to help out LeBron and Anthony Davis. Now, this team, they know that they don't have much first-round picks. They also don't have much money to work with. They have an aging LeBron, Anthony Davis, and they're on the outside looking in, as they are trying to get back to the playoffs once again. And it will be hard for the Lakers to bring in Bogdanovic because of two reasons. One, he's playing well in Detroit. And the second reason is that they just gave him a contract extension. And on top of that, they just made a trade for him earlier in the offseason. And so far, he has made a strong impact for this team, even though it's looking like they're not going to make the playoffs once again. But Bogdanovic to the Lakers seems unlikely for now. However, LA is looking at other options as well. They're showing interest in Cam Reddish along with Evan Fournier from the New York Knicks, which would make sense since both of those guys are slowly losing their minutes within the roster. That's all for now, you guys. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with others, as I'll see you guys next time.